I know, like, you know, I messed up like really bad this time. And I can act unbothered all I want, but it's definitely like taking a mental toll on me.
God is good. I don't think I said God is good.
Lil Nas X's dad just claimed his son's own mother was sacrificed in a blood oath, the ultimate price for fame. And while that sounds insane, the timing makes it even darker, because this shocking reveal comes after Lil Nas X was caught wandering LA completely naked, arrested and shipped off to rehab. Fans thought it was a meltdown or a PR stunt, but now, with his dad pointing straight at the Illuminati, it feels like something way bigger and way more dangerous is going on. Okay, let's get into what actually went down. Not too long ago, cops got a call about a guy walking down Ventura Boulevard in LA. At first, he was just in his underwear and cowboy boots, which is wild enough, but then he went all the way and stripped completely naked right there in the street. And that guy turned out to be Lil Nas X.
Nah. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. Nah, go ahead, babe. Nah. Go ahead, babe. Nah. That's my money, ain't. Let me get this straight. Wait, I'm the rookie? But my features and my shows 10 times your pay. 50K for a verse note.
When officers confronted him, things got messy. He allegedly charged at them and ended up booked on 4 felony counts for threats and violence. The police took him to the hospital first because they thought he might have overdosed. At this point, everyone thought it was just a celebrity meltdown or a PR stunt. But that mood didn't last long when news broke that he'd been moved to jail with bail set at $75,000, and his lawyer said they were doing everything to help him. The tone online flipped.
We're doing what is best for Montero from a personal standpoint and a professional standpoint, but most importantly, for his well-being.
Fans quickly started reacting online. One fan commented, "Oh, it's serious." Another said, "I really thought it was a PR stunt or album promo at first." And then came the catch. Nas wasn't walking free unless he agreed to treatment. That's when people realized this wasn't some performance. This was real life spiraling. Trying to keep his fan base calm, Nas posted on Instagram, "Your girl is gonna be okay, boo." That was terrifying. That was a terrifying last 4 days. But your girl is gonna be all right. Still, what came after, especially what his dad revealed, changed the whole conversation. Robert Stafford immediately flew from Atlanta to LA to visit him in jail. He admitted, "As soon as I walked through that door, I couldn't do anything but cry. To see my baby boy on the other side of that glass, we shed tears with each other for a minute. And honestly, that moment felt like a turning point. It's like he finally saw just how heavy all of this has been for Nas." Not long after, he started talking about the Illuminati and hinted that maybe her pain was part of the price his son had to pay to make it this far. But to really understand why all of this hits so hard, you have to know a bit about Lil Nas X's family life. A few years ago, he actually opened up about this. He shared that before blowing up, life wasn't easy at all. "Last year, I was at my sister's house. I was sleeping on my sister's floor, promoting my music. I couldn't go back home. My parents would be like, 'You're out of school for music. What are you doing?' Which, you know, it's understandable."
Last year, I was at my sister's house. I was sleeping on my sister's floor, you know, promoting my music because I couldn't go back home. Because like my parents would be like, "You out of school for music? Yeah, like what are you doing?" And you know, it's understandable.
Ellen gave him props for coming out right when his career was blowing up, especially since her own coming out story wasn't exactly welcomed back then.
You decide to come out, which is, first of all, I mean...
Nas X said he told his dad and sister ahead of time, but not too far ahead. "I guess I gave them like a heads up, a little earlier in the month."
My dad and my sister, but the same month that I came out, I told them pretty much, I guess, to give them like a heads up.
At the time, most people didn't notice that he didn't mention his mom. But now, looking back, it seems like that was a subtle hint that things with his mother were way more complicated, and maybe he just wasn't ready to talk about it yet. But while he was figuring all that out privately, the internet had already moved on to something else, his art. And that's when the Illuminati whispers started. First came Montero. When that video dropped, it had everybody talking. Nas literally played every single character in the story. Angels, demons, Adam in the Garden of Eden, all of it. The video kicks off in the Garden of Eden, where Adam gets tempted by this eerie snake. If you look closely, the Tree of Life even has a Plato quote carved into it about humans searching for their other half. Now, Plato was saying that humans used to be whole, but the gods split them in two, which is why we spend our lives searching for our other half. Pretty deep, right? And Nas tied that whole idea into the song title. Montero is actually his real name, Montero Lamar Hill, so it's like he's telling his own love story. But here's where things get wild. For all its beautiful visuals and deep meaning, the video didn't exactly get a warm welcome from everybody. The part that had people losing their minds, the ending, where Nas slides down a stripper pole straight into hell, lands in Satan's lap, and gives him a full-on lap dance in glittery underwear. Christian groups were angry, and right-wing Twitter exploded overnight, accusing Nas of promoting devil worship, and that was only the beginning. Right after the Montero, Stafford surprised everyone by stepping in. He shared a rare photo of Lil Nas X with both of his parents and wrote a heartfelt caption. Despite what people say, Lil Nas X is the greatest kid a parent can be blessed with. Although his mum is in a struggle with an addiction, she's still a queen, and he goes through great lengths to make sure we're taken care of. Those who have family members and friends dealing with addiction understand that there ain't enough money you can throw at this situation to make it right. He wrapped up the post by asking fans to keep her in their prayers. He explained that he normally avoids speaking on personal matters in public, but felt this situation couldn't be ignored. He also warned that anyone trying to spread false stories would not succeed. The fact that his dad openly spoke about Nas's pain over his mother, someone he has tried to help, but who reportedly struggles with addiction, only added fuel to the theory that this sacrifice might be symbolic. Because just when the Montero drama started to cool down, Lil Nas X dropped something that made the backlash 10 times louder. Then came the Satan shoes. In 2021, Lil Nas X teamed up with the art collective MSCHF and dropped a limited edition sneaker that shook the internet. These shoes weren't just your regular Nike Air Max 97s, they had a pentagram charm on them and, get this, an actual drop of human blood in the sole.
Because they sold out in about a minute. They're $1,018 each, and they're modified Nike Air Max 97s, and they reportedly contain a drop of blood in the sole from the Mischief employees.
Each pair sold for $1,018, which wasn't a random number. It was a direct nod to Luke 10:18 in the Bible, the verse that says, "I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven." Now here is the most eerie part. Every shoe's sole was filled with 60 cubic centimeters of red ink and one single drop of real human blood. Someone even said, "We love to sacrifice for our art." They later explained that members of the team literally pricked their own fingers over the course of a week to collect the blood. That made fans react. One person even said, "He's a nasty, dirty, satanic creep." Nike was not happy about this. They even filed a suit, saying they had nothing to do with the collab. And while Nas played it off online, joking about the controversy, fans took it way more seriously. For a lot of people, this wasn't just edgy art. They saw it as a literal blood pact, proof that Lil Nas X had gone all in with the industry's so-called Illuminati rituals. Lil Nas X doubled down earlier this year with his latest single, J. Christ. He dropped the song, teasing it by saying it features a very beloved pop star, then joking that the pop star was actually God. The music video was absolutely wild. Lil Nas X plays a glam version of Jesus, rocking a white gown, halo, long wavy hair, white acrylic nails, and a choker that literally says. The cover art even shows him nailed to the cross. At one point, he's literally hooping against the devil in a one-on-one basketball game, and yes, he wins. The video also throws in celebrity lookalikes like Barack Obama and Michael Jackson just to keep it extra over the top. On Twitter, Nas called the song a tribute. My new single is dedicated to the man who had the greatest comeback of all time. But of course, not everyone was laughing. Religious groups slammed him again for mocking Jesus and playing with biblical themes, and the internet had plenty to say about it too. Others kept it simple, calling it straight up absolutely blasphemous. But not every reaction was negative. Some fans are tired of the outrage cycle altogether, with one person saying, anyone who still relies on religious outrage as a form of provocative marketing in 2024 really needs to find another passion. Being this desperate to be controversial and get attention is really tragic. And another said, the thing is, people are telling Lil Nas X to stop joking with God. What's going to happen to him if he doesn't stop? Is he going to hell? He's already been cast there by many of you for being gay or bi, so what's he got to lose? But Nas X was tired of all the trolls, he clapped back, saying he wasn't making fun of anything. Jesus's image is used throughout history in people's art all over the world. Y'all just gotta stop trying to gatekeep a religion that was here before any of us were even born. Still, the backlash didn't stop, and that's where his father's words come in, adding an even heavier layer to the story. Stafford really laid it out in a heartbreaking way. He said, for a 26-year-old to have to deal with what he's dealing with, to be a breadwinner for a lot of people, the inability to change his mother's situation, and the pressure he puts on himself, that can weigh heavily on your heart. Now think about it. Lil Nas X was still young when he found himself carrying the burden of providing for everyone around him, all while trying to survive in one of the toughest, most competitive industries in the world. This is where the shocking claims from his father come in. He suggested that the pressure might have even led to the alleged sacrifice of his own mother. And now, with everything happening to him, many people are convinced it's all spiritual karma. So when news broke that he had been arrested, charged, and taken to rehab, the internet quickly tied it back to his past actions. And the reactions, they were brutal. One person tweeted, "This is what happens when you worship the devil." Another wrote, "Karma for repeatedly making fun of Jesus Christ." But this is where the conversation takes a darker turn. And maybe this isn't just about Lil Nas X at all. Every time an artist rises too fast, from Kanye's breakdowns to Britney's conservatorship to the lawsuits hanging over Diddy, the same whispers come up. Fame comes with a price, and someone always pays it. Lil Nas X's dad calling it a blood oath just adds to a pattern fans have been pointing out for years. So was this really just another stunt or another sacrifice in an industry built on them? Either way, it shows the dark side of Hollywood isn't slowing down, it's only getting louder. What do you think? Is this just classic Lil Nas X marketing, or could there be a deeper, maybe even spiritual battle he's fighting behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts below, I want to hear where y'all stand.